So hey girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This why I watch dcbornrob.
Okay guys, breaking travel news. I have two good videos for you today, and the main one is about the new visa fee that's getting ready to roll out. If you're not familiar with my channel, I report the news for Central and South America with a special attention on Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Again, two good stories today. Both are about travel. If you're an international traveler and you want to come to the United States, or you just want to fly in general, you need to check this video out. Let's jump into it right away. As part of the recently passed One Big Beautiful Bill Act, a new $250 visa integrity fee has been established. This is an additional cost that will be applied on top of all existing visa application fees. So who does this affect? It affects a broad range of non-immigrant visas. That includes tourists coming to see the sites, business travelers attending meetings, international students, and temporary workers. For the fiscal year 2025, the fee is set at a minimum of $250. It's important to know that the Secretary of Homeland Security has the power to increase this amount in the future, and it will also be adjusted each year for inflation. Now, for a small piece of good news, you only have to pay this fee if your visa is actually approved and issued. If your application is denied, you won't be charged the extra $250. However, the law states that this fee is non-waivable, meaning exemptions will be extremely rare. The official purpose of this fee is to raise funds for enhanced security measures. The government says the money will be used for more thorough visa vetting, adjudication, and enforcement with the ultimate goal of strengthening the security of the U.S. visa system. This isn't the only recent price hike for travelers. The fee for Form I-94, the arrival departure record, has also quadrupled from $6 to $24. When you add the new $250 integrity fee on top of the existing visa applications and processing charges, the total cost of getting a U.S. visa can increase dramatically. For some tourists, this could be more than double their application expenses. One of the most talked about parts of this new law is the potential for a refund. You can think of the $250 fee as a kind of a compliance deposit. The legislation suggests that if you follow all the rules of your visa, meaning you don't work illegally and you leave the U.S. before your authorized stay expires, you might be able to get your money back. The same could apply to individuals who later become lawful permanent residents. But, and this is a critical but, the process for claiming this refund has not been established yet. The responsibility will fall on the visa holder to prove that they complied with all the conditions and to navigate a refund system that the Department of Homeland Security still needs to create. For now, travel immigration experts are advising everyone to treat the $250 as a sunk cost. So, is anyone exempt from this new fee? Yes. Travelers from the 42 countries in the visa waiver program are not affected. This includes countries like the United Kingdom, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and most Western European countries. Citizens of these nations can visit the U.S. for up to 90 days for business or tourism without a visa. Most Canadian citizens who don't require a visa will also be exempt. Unsurprisingly, this new fee has been met with significant concern, especially from the travel industry. The U.S. Travel Association has called it a giant leap backwards, warning that it creates a new financial barrier for international visitors. They argue that this move is counterproductive, especially as the U.S. prepares to host major international events like the FIFA World Cup. Critics point out that this adds to the financial burden on travelers without addressing the major issues, like the notoriously long wait times for visa interviews in many countries. Some have even described the fee as a self-imposed terror on international tourism, which is the America's largest service export. There are also worries about the impact on international students. Education consultants have noted that the rising cost could push prospective students to consider universities in other countries. As for implementation, while the law is officially on the books, government agencies need time to set up the system for collecting the fee. As of today, there is no official start date when this fee will begin to be collected. So, what does this mean for you? First, if you're planning to apply for a U.S. visa soon, you need to budget for this extra $250 cost. Second, if you get a visa and you travel to the U.S., be incredibly careful about following the rules of your stay. Keep detailed records of your entry and departure, and ensure you leave on time. This will be your best chance at a potential refund down the line. And finally, stay informed. This is a developing story, and we expect more details on the collection of this refund process in the coming months. We'll be monitoring closely, and we'll bring you the updates as soon as they're available. So there you go. One more fee. Fees, fees, fees. America equals fees, they ought to say. Let's jump into this next story about not having to take your shoes off anymore. No more taking off your shoes at airports for TSA. As of July 2025, the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, has officially ended its near 20-year rule requiring passengers to remove their shoes during security screenings at U.S. airports. That's right. No more awkwardly hopping around on one foot or worrying about dirty airport floors. Let's dive into the details and see what it means for you. Why did we have to take off our shoes anyway? This whole shoe removal thing started in 2001 after Richard Reed, infamously known as the Shoe, tried to detonate explosives hidden in his shoe on a flight from Paris to Miami. Thankfully, he failed, but the incident led to TSA mandating shoe removal in 2006 as a security measure. For nearly 2 decades, unless you had TSA pre-check or were under 12 or over 75, you were slipping off those sneakers at every checkpoint. So what's changed? On July 8, 2025, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced that passengers can now keep their shoes on during standard security screenings at airports nationwide. This change is effective immediately and applies to most travelers, except in cases where additional screening is needed, like if you don't have a real ID or something flags you at extra checks. The TSA says advancement in screening technology like better scanners and multi-layered security approach make this possible without compromising safety. Plus, the recent enforcement of real ID requirements adds another layer of identity verification. Why does this matter? This is a big deal for travelers. Taking off shoes has been a hassle, slowing down lines, causing stress, and let's be honest, it's just gross to walk barefooted where thousands of people have been. The TSA expects this change to speed up security lines and make your airport experience smoother. Some airports like Baltimore and Fort Lauderdale and Philadelphia started phasing this in earlier, and travelers at places like LaGuardia and LAX have already reported keeping on their shoes. Industry experts like those at Airlines for America are cheering this move, saying it's a step towards seamless and secure travel. So, what about TSA PreCheck? You might be wondering, does this make TSA PreCheck less valuable? Not quite. PreCheck, which costs about $80 for 5 years, still lets you keep belts and jackets and leave your laptops and liquids in your bags. So it's still a time saver for frequent flyers. Secretary Noem also hinted at more changes coming, like pilot programs for no officer checkpoints and family-friendly lanes, so stay tuned. What's next? This could just be the beginning. TSA is reviewing other rules like the 311 liquids restriction to make travel even easier. For now, you can breeze through security with your shoes on, but keep an eye on TSA announcements for any updates, especially if you're traveling soon. So what do you think about this change? Are you excited about keeping your shoes on? Or do you have other airport gripes that they need to be working on? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I think it's a good thing for those. I'm TSA approved, so I don't take my shoes off anyway. I get to leave my laptop in the bag, which is important. I mean, international, sometimes I make you take stuff out. It is what it is. It's country dependent. But for us, TSA approved allows me just to slide right through security, so I don't have the issue. I even let my clear lapse because it wasn't worth it. Just to get 2 people closer in the front, it wasn't worth it. But let me know what you think. You can keep your shoes on now, but that $250 fee is going to be challenging for a lot of people. You got the FIFA championship coming. And I'm recommending that anybody not from this country, don't even come through this country because you may get hemmed up. I mean, just like going down to Colombia and picking 2 chicks. And I got a story. That trick is coming to the States. It happened the other day in Miami. Stole a Rolex for $30,000. Chick put something in a drink at a club in Miami. So this stuff is already here. It's all over Central and South America. Guys, you got to be careful. Guys and gals. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest news out of Central and South America, or just basic travel news. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. dcbornrob.
So hey girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This why I watch DC Rob.
Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.